Hey y'all, welcome back. I want to talk today about one of my favorite things of all time, and that is my favorite game on Xbox. And I'm not talking just the original Xbox or the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One or the newest generation of Xbox Series S or X. Really bad naming convention there, guys. Come on now. I want to talk about just like over time, my favorite on Xbox. And it's probably not a surprise, it's Halo. So let's put 5 minutes on the clock and start talking. Wham. All right. So why am I talking about Halo, right? I usually talk about why I like to be a better dad or whatever. This is more of a philosophical channel. I have 2 channels for gaming. So why am I talking about Halo over here on this channel? One, I want to talk about something that I like talking about and that I'm very comfortable just rattling off right now, because I want to use this 30-day challenge as an ability to just talk about something. So this is where I can talk about something that I like and I enjoy, and I know quite a bit about Halo. I not only have played every Halo game that's come out, including the arcade one at Dave & Buster's, I've also gone through and read most of the novels or listened to them on Audible or Libby or something, right? And while there's something left to be desired by some of the writing is actually very good and the lore's fantastic. And I really enjoyed how the lore and the backstory and everything, the whole universe is shaped up, right? Like it's wonderful. It is very creative, and it is for the most part, singular universe that everybody's working through, which I really like. And this is why I fell in love with Star Wars. Dude, watching Star Wars on Fox afternoons in the 90s, right? Like that made me love the movies. And then I started reading the books, and I loved Star Wars for the books. I played Halo, and Halo was fun. I played Halo to play with my friends, right? That's what made me fall in love with Halo. Like the original Halo was to play with my friends, play with my college roommates, the hype on Halo 2 and the hype on Halo 3 were phenomenal. They were amazing. I absolutely loved them. It was great, right? That, like, just the memory of Halo is what still drives me towards gaming and multiplayer gaming, and what this like rosy picture of hindsight of like, this is why I want couch co-op. I want like that local competitiveness. I want to have all my kids sitting in the same room playing on a giant TV, 4-player split screen, like when we could go back and host the 4v4 LAN tournaments. Absolutely, like that is what I want. And instead, now I've got kids being like, oh, let's get up on Fortnite later tonight, and they're all at their own house playing Fortnite together on headsets, and like that's cool that you can do it remote. I love that we can do it remote. I want to be in the same room playing with my friends. I want my kids in the same room playing with their friends. That is what Halo is to me. And then the story, like the universe, right? The ability to grow it beyond just the video game is awesome. And there's so much to Halo, right? Like Halo started off as a typical first-person shooter. You're going through, you're defeating the alien, and then it turns into a horror game. And like the oh my gosh moments of horror in Halo is amazing. And I love that in the original trilogy. And then 4, 5, and Infinite are missing it. And I'm just like, dude, something is wrong. And I'm listening to other YouTubers that are talking about, oh, like this is terrible and this is horrible. And then there's like 1 or 2 voices of like reason and sanity out there. Like Mint Blitz, love Mint Blitz. And he's just like, where is the flood? Where's the horror? Where is this whole other side of what's happening, right? And he's absolutely right. Where is the flood? And you can only repeat the flood so many times. Like that's you could technically repeat it as many times as you want because of the way it's written, but I understand from like a gameplay narrative aspect. But really, when 343 took over, they're like, we don't like the flood. Flood's dumb. Well, not really like that, but that's how it feels as like a fan, right? And like I will fanboy. I'm 37, 37 and I'm fanboying over Star Wars and Halo and other things, right? Like, why? Because it's an escape from this reality. Like, this reality is tough. Why do we read books that have narratives that are elsewhere, right? Like, because it allows us to escape for a little bit. Is it a permanent escape? No, I know that, but I enjoy playing these games and it takes me to this other universe. And you know what? Every dude that has played one of these games has that, like, I want to have my last stand moment. Shush, I need more time. Every dude that has played this game is like, I need to have my last stand moment. Like, if you watch Star Wars Clone Wars or The Mandalorian, or I think even the Book of Boba Fett, right? They all stand up with like this minigun thing, like all of them. It looks almost identical in each show and game. Big dude, George from Noble Team stands up, big minigun. He is the last stand. It always looks the same because every dude has this. If I'm gonna go out, I want to go out in a blaze of freaking glory, and that is like in our heads. No, it's not in everybody's head. It's in a lot of people's head. Like, this is why it just keeps repeating. It's a trope. It happens again and again and again. Why do we escape from our mundane lives into action, horror, like warfare type stuff, right? Because it's a trope. It happened. Like, we understand, like, it's there. It's the great hero. It's the journey. It's this quintessential vibe. Fuck, I don't know. But like Halo 1 through 3 represented that. Like, the advertising leading up to Halo 3 was the single best media advertising I have ever seen in my life. I have not seen anything top that. The Super Bowl commercials don't come close to the hype train for Halo 3. It was, dude, the Marine Corps copied it. The Marine Corps, the propaganda military of the US DoD, the ones that raised a flag and were like, this means the Marine Corps for the next 500 years. Absolutely. Like, they know how to do their propaganda. Like, 6 Marine Corps divisions in the Pacific, 26 Army divisions in the Pacific theater of World War II. Who do you hear about? The Marine Corps. You had an entire corps in the Korean War, but the Chosin Reservoir, you hear about the Marine Corps, right? Like, one division of Marines. Why? Because Marines stack bodies. Man, like, Marine Corps is all about the propaganda. You know what? The Marine Corps copied Halo 3. The Marine Corps copied it. That's how good it was at building hype. And then the game lived up to the hype. Halo 3 was legit. It was the best game. The best game. And what was that? Xbox 360? Xbox One? I don't know. I gotta look that up. But, oh, fantastic, right? And Halo 2 was no slouch, and Halo was not anything to, like, gloss over. Like, these were good games, but Halo 3, whew, how do you follow up? How do you follow that up? They didn't. The Halo 4, if it was a different game, would have been fine. It could not be a Halo. Not like that. And Halo 5, Halo Infinite, nah, this ain't it, man. Like, but, oh, you take me back to Halo 1, 2, and 3. Halo CE 1, 2, 3, right? Or Halo CE 2, 3. Like, that is peak first-person shooter gaming. And you had the multiplayer, you had the campaign, you have the hype train, you have everything that comes together for this. That's like my golden era of gaming for me personally, right? I could play with friends, co-op, I could do everything. And like the 4-player split screen, Halo's not my number 1 4-player split screen game. That's by far GoldenEye, right? Like GoldenEye, Slappers Only, go. Or Golden Gun. Love it. But like, I play Halo Infinite still. It's not the best game. I'll still play Halo Master Chief Collection. I love that game too. I predominantly play on PC, so it's easier for me to play those two. But I still have an Xbox Series X. I still have an Xbox One I think I still have, no, all my 360s finally burned out and did Red Ring of Death. I unfortunately sold my original Xbox, I think. Dude, my sister tried to give it away. My girlfriend at the time tried multiple times. Well, she's now my wife, so I probably listened. It is probably gone, but I'll look through the boxes. But like Halo persists over time with me with Xbox. And one of the other 30 days here that I'm going to talk about is like my favorite PlayStation game. And it's actually going to be much more recent. The series is not, but the game will be. And then for Nintendo, I don't know. Nintendo's going to be tough. I like it. But like Xbox, I know it's cliche, but it's there for a reason. It's so high for so many people for a really good reason. That was the game. Like that was a tour de force. And I absolutely loved it for multiple reasons. And if you want good backstory and you want good world building, like you can still go through and introduce people to the Halo universe through the books. I think there's 34 of them now. And some of them are terrible and some of them are really good. But the terrible ones are still above average, I would say, right? Like these are published authors, they have decent editing, the continuity is mostly there, they're decently paced, they're just like, I read Brandon Sanderson, I read Tom Clancy in high school and middle school, I read Redwall Abbey, I read the Harry Potter books. I've read a lot, and I'm working on Wheel of Time, and I'm rereading Sanderson's Stormlight Archive because book 5 comes out. Wind and Truth comes out later this year. Like I'm comparing Halo books against all of that. Lord of the Rings, right? And I'm saying it's average, above average. Like these books are mass produced and at scale. They're not written to be the classics, right? So yeah, like if you get a kid playing video games and you get them into Halo and then you get them into the Halo books and he starts reading books, or she, right? Like that's great because it works our minds in different ways, and you're now bringing multiple media in to stimulate our brains in different ways, and it's amazing, right? Oh, they're escaping reality to go into fictional world. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Have you seen what this world looks like right now? I want out. I want to go to the fictional. I want to go to the fictional world where we have space travel. We have crazy good technology. I can see different solar systems. I can see aliens. I might have to fight some of them. That is a little scary. But like all these things that are inconceivable in my life, I can go do. Maybe other people don't like Halo. Maybe they don't like sci-fi. Maybe they like fantasy. You know what, Karen? If I want to go see a freaking dragon, I'm gonna go see a dragon because dragons are badass. So let them enjoy the story. Yeah. That was Halo. That was not 5 minutes. Too good. Play hard. Game on. I'll see you next time.